Kicking off the mic review sessions with the Røde NT-USB Mini, and boy do I have a lot of things to say about this microphone. Stay to the end because there are a couple of things that you need to be aware of and you need to make sure you are careful of when you're using it. Mic review. Hey everyone, this is Aris and welcome to the channel. This is the Røde NT-USB Mini. It is a small factor, large diaphragm, condenser USB microphone, so it connects directly to your device. It doesn't need a sound card, and it has a headphones out, a USB-C connection, and what else is there to say about it? It has direct monitoring built into it through the headphones output back here, and it has a gain knob for your headphones only, so you do not get to have a hardware input gain control knob on the microphone itself. You get to control that through software. What else is there to say? What was in the box? The microphone itself, which stops right about here, because I have it on a boom arm that came with the bundle that I bought through Amazon, and then you have this bit right here which can connect to the arm, and if you take the arm off, then you also get a magnetic stand, because this doesn't just have the screw receptor here, it also just clicks on this little stand, which is very handy and lovely. And there was also an adapter for the screw mount, because right now I'm not using it, I'm using a third-party one. But Røde actually sends you this, which is super useful. You also get a cable, a USB-C to USB Type-A cable, which I'm using right now to connect the microphone to my Mac Mini in my studio, and some documentation, and the do not eat these type of candy, which is just to absorb the moisture in the packaging. So all in all, this is a very small package, but the microphone feels very, very well made. You are listening right now to the output of the computer, which is unaltered. So I am using the microphone to record my voice, and I'm feeding that into the computer, and then I'm taking the out of the computer of my sound card, which is the Apogee Ensemble Thunderbolt. That is not being used to record. It is just being used as a way out for my headphones and for your audio in my camera. So the microphone has its own built-in headphones out, which we are going to use right now, and hopefully I can match the levels as I take the volume down for the headphones. There is a little bit of a hiss. I'll just shut up so you can listen to it. And there are some ambient noises here which I will mitigate for. So let me just switch everything, all the lights off except for my computer, and then we can listen to it again. I'm in the dark here. So pretty much all ambient lighting and ambient sounds have been switched off. And this is what the microphone sounds like. Let me just raise the ISO here for a second. Okay, I guess that's better. Okay, hi. So this is the sound from the microphone itself, and right now it is on 50% on the headphones, and I'm using the direct monitoring, so zero latency monitoring. I actually can't hear a thing because I'm not using the computer audio, so the headphones are going directly, the headphones out is going directly into the camera, and the headphones are not connected to anything. So this is 50% on the headphones out. On the microphone itself, I'm gonna go 75%. And now it's probably getting too loud for me to speak normally. And now I'm going to go 100%. And this is me whispering. But can you hear the noise floor on this thing? I'm going to go back to 75%. Now down to 50. Down to 25. And now 0. That's it. So this is approximately, whoa. So this is about 50% of the gain on the headphones out, and that's what it sounds like in this room with the headphones out of this microphone. Everything else is pretty dead silent except for the headphones out of this microphone. So no ambient noises really from the lights. My Mac Mini is pretty silent. You may be able to listen to some of the crickets outside if you raise your volume really high, but most of what you're hearing right now is the noise floor from the headphones out. I wouldn't suggest using this headphones out port for professional use if you're going to be mixing on it, or even if you want to enjoy your music on it. It's not the best. So if you have the option of an external, of another headphones out, like from your MacBook or your laptop, for instance, use that one instead. And if you are connecting it to an iPad, if the iPad has a different headphones out, or the dongle, the dock that you're using has a headphones out, use that one instead. Okay, so the lights are back on along with my ambient sounds, and I realized that I was also using the direct monitoring only, so you were only listening to the zero latency monitoring of me speaking into the microphone, which was coming out as a signal, as a direct signal from the headphones out into the camera, and that was what you were hearing while I had the lights off. It's pretty impressive still, but it's not the best sounding headphones output, so I would not use it as a professional mixing sound. I wouldn't rely on it to mix or listen to music on my own. It's just, when you're in a pinch, it's very useful to have, but it's not the best sounding preamp for the headphones out. Let's get into the microphone sound itself though, because the quality that you get out of this microphone is actually astounding, and I cannot recommend this microphone enough for several reasons that I will get into. Let's get into the tests. Quick disclaimer. This video and this channel are not supported by any of the products mentioned in the video. All products were purchased by me, paid in full, with no obligation towards the manufacturer or dealers. However, any links you may find in the description may be affiliate links. This means that if you use them to purchase anything through the online stores linked below, you get to pay the same price you would pay anyways, but a small percentage goes to me and helps support this channel. This voiceover was recorded using the Røde NT-USB Mini with no speeding up in post. This is the clean sound of the microphone itself. No compression, no EQ, no limiting, no nothing. So I have come up with several tests that I want to run every time I review a microphone. Some of them have been inspired by other YouTubers out there, mainly Podcastage. So Brandu, thank you so much, man. You've been a huge inspiration to me. And being a voice actor, I know that what you're doing is really important, but maybe, I can just add my own voice into the spectrum of reviewers, and being inspired by you has been awesome. I hope I'm doing something slightly different, at least, in regards to the sound and color of my voice. So let's play a little bit of finger boxing to see if there are any mechanical parts in the microphone that are moving and wobbling, making it resonate in unwanted frequencies. This is actually more the boom arm, what you just heard, because this particular boom arm is pretty terrible. So maybe I need to find a towel to mitigate that. Okay, so I couldn't get a towel, so I'm holding it with my feet and my arm and my fingers. So this is what the microphone sounds like when I'm tapping it. And I would say this is a success. Not much is happening. Let's turn the microphone around and see what it sounds like from the back and from the side. So right now I'm speaking directly into the microphone. Now I'm on one side of the microphone. Now I'm on the other side of the microphone, and right now I am behind the microphone. And now I'm facing it again, as I should. How does this microphone handle plosives? And this is a little bit of a poem that I have written to address the situation. Poppy the abrupt telly builder benefits from pop culture foolishness. Poppy the abrupt telly builder benefits from pop culture foolishness. And this is me speaking directly into the microphone. My nose is touching the microphone. I need to adjust the gain for this. Again, when you adjust the gain, you need to go into your system settings, sound settings, at least on my Mac, and adjust the gain from there. So I need to go lower, and this is actually me touching the microphone with my nose. That's how close I am to it. Poppy the abrupt telly builder benefits from pop culture foolishness. And let's do this off axis. So let's up the gain a little bit more. That's one of the things that happen when you are trying to adjust the microphone. You accidentally press the button for the direct monitoring, in your headphones. This is me off axis. The teleprompter base is bereft of boom arms. The teleprompter base is bereft of boom arms. So right now the microphone was above my mouth, looking downwards into my mouth in an angle of 45 degrees, and this helps take away some of the popping. But this microphone doesn't seem to be popping. And that's something really, really important to consider. So I'm going to talk about that very, very soon. This boom arm is terrible. It came in a bundle, so the whole thing costs around 100 bucks and 100 euros, really. And the microphone itself, I suspect, isn't more than 10 euros. The build quality is not the best, but if you actually put towels on the springs, no problem. Is this microphone susceptible to sibilance problems? So sister, Cicero, sussudio, sister, Cicero, sussudio, and off-axis. Sister, Cicero, sussudio. And how does the distance from the microphone alter the sound? So I'm going to move away and then come back. Away and away and away we go to the edge of the world that we know. And back to the start of it all. How much did we tumble and fall? So I moved away approximately 80 centimeters. Sorry, Imperials. And I came back into the original position in front of the microphone. Does this microphone have a strong proximity effect? So ping, pong, I am peaking here. Let's go lower again. Ping, pong, ping, pong. I am right in front of the microphone, and this is what I am supposed to be sounding. So when you're using this microphone in a regular condenser mic manner, I'm raising the gain here, and I am taking the proper position, which is what you get when you extend your thumb and your pinky, apparently. That's what EWABs have taught us. And that's what I do on my own. So when I am taking this position, this is what the microphone sounds like. And this, for me, is the best selling point of this microphone for new voice actors, podcasters, YouTubers that don't mind having the microphone in the frame. This is the most important aspect. So right now I am standing however many inches this should be, approximately 20, 25 centimeters from the microphone, and I am speaking directly into it. I'm not using a pop filter, I'm using just the built-in pop filter, and this is what it sounds like. I'm going to move in closer and adjust the gain accordingly. So right now I am right on top of the microphone and my nose is touching it. And this, again, this is a beautiful sound. So far away, that's what it sounds like. And can you hear the hiss and the ambience in the room? This light mainly produces a lot of noise. So I'm killing the light to see what it sounds like in here, and this is the room ambience. This is what I get for this distance. But when I move in, I'm lowering the gain, and my nose is touching the microphone. This is the gain setting that I need right now to not peak, and also to get enough volume into the microphone. This is what I get. This is a very nice sound. Let me switch the light back on. Sorry about the darkness. This is a very nice sound. This is very close to a radio broadcast sound. And it reminds me of dynamic microphones because I am so close. I peaked there. Because I am so close to the capsule. So the sound is being altered in some ways, but it's a very close, very full sound, and there's no ambience, and most importantly, no popping. There is absolutely no popping at all. This microphone just doesn't pop. One of the things that is causing this is the bass roll-off, because this microphone has a built-in high-pass filter. So around 100 hertz and below, there is a roll-off, like from 96 and below, it's just going, there's nothing there. I mean, no, there's a steep roll-off. So this helps with all the pops and the poof, the poof. It's not very good for beatboxing, is it? Well, not too bad. The sound of this microphone is a little bit nasal, maybe a little bit stressed on the mids. That's something that any professional sound engineer, or even not very professional sound engineer, can actually do. I do not claim to be a sound engineer, but within my knowledge and to my abilities, I took the sound of this microphone and my regular, the Sennheiser 416, I put them side by side, and I was able to approximate that sound with this microphone, and that has something to say about this microphone. So one thing you need to make sure is, if you are using this microphone for a not very professionally treated, acoustically treated space like this one, then it's a very good choice. But you need to make sure you are on top of it when you're using it in this manner, because the slightest turn is actually coloring your sound way too much. So you are using it sort of as a shotgun microphone in this way. Another thing that you need to make sure you are doing with this microphone is, because I tried connecting it to my iPad, and I do not have the connections for an iPhone. I do not own a cable or a connection adapter dongle kit for USB-C to Lightning, but I did connect it to my iPad, which is an iPad Pro 2018, and I tried several ways to connect this microphone to my iPad. So I used an adapter and connected it to the USB ports, and this connected to my iPad. I also used a USB-C cable, which is a third-party USB-C cable from, what are they called? Cable Creation. And these two options did not give me a good result. I was receiving a sound every 11 seconds. I actually contacted Røde, and they came back to me nearly 4 hours later, which is impressive, Røde. Really impressive. And I gave them all the technical specifications of the tests that I ran, and it turns out it was probably, as I figured out on my own, and I'm just currently waiting for their reply, the fact that I was using a third-party cable, because this cable is by Apple. And when I used this cable, the problem was solved. The microphone was working like a charm. And listen to it. Just listen to it. I mean, it's not the fullest sound in that sense. It is a little bit nasally and a little bit stressed on the mids. It doesn't have a bass, so if you have a bass voice and you want the bass, you're not going to get it. But many bass voices do not actually need a pronounced bass frequency response on the microphone. And it's not very accented on the highs, but that's something that can be mitigated with EQ in post-processing. So this microphone is not commercial ready. It is very radio friendly, very radio ready for me. I mean, in my ears, and it's also very good for narration, podcasts, YouTube, gamers, streamers. It is insane what Røde has done with this microphone. It is so good. I cannot recommend it enough for new voice actors that are starting out and they need a USB microphone just to get things going and practice, but also send voiceovers to studios when it is required of them. So this is probably my recommendation for a USB microphone that you can get. It is inexpensive. It is 100 euros, 99 bucks in the US from what I saw on Amazon and B&H, etc. And you can also get a boom arm, or you can use it with its stand on its own in the beginning, but you will have to elevate it somehow. But the best thing about it is that you can connect it directly into your computer, and you do not need a perfect sounding space, because this proximity allows for my voice to be loud and the ambience in the room to be low, and it's not popping at the same time. This combination is unheard of for a condenser microphone of this size, of this amount of money. Actually, I do not know of any other USB condenser microphone that can do this. None other. And just by comparison, what I mean when I say I am popping, this is my Sennheiser, and this is the sound from my Sennheiser, so you can directly listen to the difference. This is a more rich sounding microphone, but listen to it pop. Can you hear this when I'm popping into it? I'm speaking into it and it's popping like crazy. So this is the same text that I read. Poppy the abrupt telly builder benefits from pop culture foolishness. If I was to address this microphone in the same manner that I am addressing that microphone, this is what would have happened. The teleprompter base is bereft of boom arms. This is why when I record with this microphone, I am using this technique. It's looking down from my nose and all my air is going underneath the microphone. But I mean, this is a 1,000 euro microphone being fed into a very expensive preamp, which is then being fed into a very expensive sound card. This setup is several $1,000s. This setup is $100. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to go. I have nothing else to say. Maybe this is the only microphone I need to review, so first and last review of any USB microphone, of any microphone at all. Thank you, Rode. You've done it. We're done here. Channel is closing. If you enjoyed what you heard and what you saw and what you experienced here today, please press the like button and the subscribe button. There's a lot more where this is coming from. I expect to be doing many more of these reviews, hopefully. Leave a comment with your thoughts about this video and what you would like me to review, or if you would like more comparisons. If I left something out of the comparison that you would like to see, please just tell me. I'd be happy to accommodate any of your needs. Aris out. Remember, until next time, be kind.